You don't remember being chosen. One afternoon, you are a gray kitten in a cardboard box outside a butcher shop on Mulberry Street. The next, a man in a black cashmere coat crouches down, looks at you for exactly 4 seconds, and says nothing. He simply picks you up with one hand, the hand with the gold ring, and carries you to the car. The car is a black Cadillac Escalade, bulletproof. You don't know that yet. You just know it smells like leather and something expensive, and a faint trace of fear that isn't his. You are brought to a compound on Tot Hill, Staten Island. 33,000 square feet, white marble floors so cold your paws click against them like small clocks. A circular driveway with a stone fountain that runs even in January, 8 bedrooms, 17 bathrooms, and a kitchen that is never, ever empty. There are 6 men on the property at all times who are not family. You learn this in the first week because you count them. You are a cat. You have nothing but time and attention. Your name is decided at dinner. The whole family is there. The wife suggests Bianca. The youngest daughter says Luna. The boss sets his fork down, looks at you sitting at the center of the table like you own it, and says one word, capo. Nobody argue. Your first lesson about this house comes within 48 hours. Some rooms are always open. The kitchen, the garden, the long sitting room where the television runs all day but nobody watches it. These rooms belong to everyone, but there is a room at the end of the east corridor with a heavy oak door that is never fully open. When it opens entirely. Because a man enters or leaves, then it closes completely. You learn quickly that you do not go to that door and scratch, not because anyone punishes you, but because the men who come and go from that room look at you differently than the family looks at you. The family looks at you with warmth. Those men look at you the way they look at the security cameras, neutral, calculating, filing you away. You are not a threat, but you are noted. The boss is your person. This becomes clear within the first month. He wakes at 5:47 every morning without an alarm. You know this because you wake with him. He sits at the edge of the bed for exactly 2 minutes before he stands. You've timed it in the particular way cats time things, which is not with numbers but with the body's complete attention. And then he walks to the window and looks at the driveway every morning, as if confirming the world is still where he left it. He feeds you himself, not the staff, himself. Imported food in a ceramic dish, not a plastic one. He read somewhere that plastic holds bacteria. He mentions this to no one, but he changed the dish within the first week without telling anyone why. He is a man who generates $340 million a year across 6 states. He has 19 legitimate businesses, 7 of which exist primarily so that money can move through them and come out clean on the other side. He has political relationships with 4 elected officials who return his calls before they return anyone else's. He has never spent a day in prison despite 3 federal investigations spanning 11 years. And every morning at 5:47, he feeds a gray cat in a ceramic dish and says, "Buongiorno," in a voice he uses for nothing else. You understand the hierarchy before you understand much else. The boss sits at the top, then the underboss, a quiet man who visits Tuesdays and Thursdays and always smells of cigarettes and something medicinal. Then the consigliere, silver-haired, impeccably dressed, who sits in the East Corridor room for hours and emerges with the expression of a man who has just done arithmetic involving human lives. Then the captains. You've counted 7 who visit regularly. They do not sit until the boss sits. Nobody tells you this, but you are a cat in a room where power is a physical presence like humidity. You feel it before you understand it. You eventually realize, the only living thing in this house that moves freely between every room, every tier, every conversation. The men who come at midnight talk differently than the men who come at noon. The midnight men are quieter, their hands are different. You sit in corners during those meetings and nobody moves you because nobody considers the possibility that a cat is paying attention. You are always paying attention. There is a Wednesday when 4 black SUVs arrive within the same hour. This has never happened before. The wife takes the children to the upstairs sitting room and turns on a film at high volume. The staff disappears into the service corridors. The boss stands in the center of the main room in a suit he didn't wear that morning. He changed, you noticed, and receives each man with the particular stillness of someone who has decided exactly how much of himself to show. You sit on the windowsill throughout. Not because you are brave, because you are the one thing in the room that carries no allegiance, no debt, no coded meaning. You are furniture that breathes, and so no one looks at you while they speak about the things they speak about. Later that night, long after everyone leaves, the boss sits in his chair in the dark. He doesn't turn a light on, he just sits. After a while, he reaches down and picks you up, not gently, not roughly, just with certainty, and sets you on his lap. His hand moves across your back once, then he is still again. You don't purr immediately, you wait. You feel his breathing slow by degrees, the way a tide pulls back before it settles. When it settles, you purr. Nobody sees this. It is the most honest thing that happens in this house. Seasons change. You learn the rhythms. August means the family leaves for a villa on the Amalfi Coast. You do not go. You stay with 2 staff members and 2 of the security men. The house without the boss feels structurally different somehow, the way a building feels different when its central wall is removed. Everything still stands, but you feel the absence as a physical thing in every room. He calls the house from Italy. You know when it is him because the staff member who answers immediately straightens her posture. Once she holds the phone toward you slightly because she doesn't know what else to do. You hear his voice through the receiver. You don't move toward it. You simply turn your head. She tells him you are doing well. He says good, brief. But there is a pause before he hangs up that has no word in it, and you know what the pause means. You have spent 2 years learning what his silences mean. That particular one means something he will not say aloud inside a house he believes is monitored. It means I'll be home Thursday. You are 5 years old when the men in the blue jackets come, 17 of them, early morning. The sound of the iron gate being opened not from the inside. The wife grabs the youngest child. The boss walks to the front door with his hands already visible, already still, already in the posture of a man who has rehearsed this moment so many times that arriving at it feels less like catastrophe and more like the inevitable last page of a book he started long ago. You watch from the landing. The men in blue jackets move through the house with a specific kind of organized purpose. They open drawers, they photograph walls, they speak into radios. One of them nearly steps on you and says sorry out of reflex. You don't
sorry
move.
about that.
You sit on the marble floor of the foyer and you watch every man who enters and you watch every door. The boss is gone by 8:15 in the morning. The house is quieter than it has ever been, not empty. The wife is there, the children are there, but quiet in a way that has a shape to it, the shape of something that has been holding itself together for a very long time and has just, quietly, been told it no longer has to. You find his chair, the one in the dark room. You sit in it for the rest of the day. Not because you are waiting, you are a cat. You understand impermanence in a way humans spend their whole lives trying to. You sit in it because it still smells like him, because the ceramic dish will still be there tomorrow, because you were chosen from a cardboard box on Mulberry Street by a hand with a gold ring, and whatever that meant in his world, power, control, territory, legacy, in your world it meant only one thing. You were his, and in every way that mattered, he was yours. To watch such Meowoof content, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.